loves, I'm stopping by really quickly just to let you guys know about my new merchandise that I recently put out. You guys asked and I delivered. You can now pick up your Pick Me Nation t-shirts, you guys. I also have Winter is Here merchandise. And I also have Who You Want, Gotta Want You t-shirts as well. So make sure you go and support. It is the holiday times. Definitely go pick up a shirt or a mug for your mother, your fathers, your sisters, brothers, your husband, wife. Make sure you go and support. I have those shirts available now. What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Dee. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another video for you guys. Listen, before we hop into the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, share and like the video, and go ahead and turn on that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. And make sure you chime in. I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this particular video. So baby, listen, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is outside. She's in the streets, baby. Social media is talking about her recent appearance where she is, you know what I'm saying? She's outside and she is rocking this outfit that everybody is talking about. Now, basically, it's a sheer outfit where her panty and bra is exposed. And baby, she is, you know, look like she's having her a good time. Now, the good sis doctor is out here dressed like a 304 in my opinion. And people are talking about it. People are saying, is she trying to thirst trap? Is she acting out of desperation, child? Is she in a midlife crisis? What in the world is going on? So, you know, I looked at the outfit. She was at a Jeezy event. And, you know, I looked at the outfit and I'm like, wow, okay, this is very revealing, you know, for someone who is saying that she is a Christian. You know, she talked about that in some of her interviews, that she's a Christian and she followed the word of God and all of these things. And plus, on top of that, she's a doctor, a therapist, and all of these things, a life coach, a psychology expert. She talks about ethics and law and all of these things. You would think a person who is following that trajectory would set moral examples for the people coming after her. Now, listen, once again, I honestly think that as an adult, you can wear what you want to wear. I really don't have a problem with what other people choose to do when it comes to their lives. But just as an observer and having an opinion on Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, it seems very hypocritical based on the things that she speaks on and then how she chooses to present herself. Now, before this, I think that she's presented herself pretty well, but this is something else. And people are speculating as to whether she's having a midlife crisis or whether she, you know, is changing, you know, her stance, or, you know, people are wondering why she chose this outfit. A lot of people were saying that she's too old for this. And I know that she's in her 40s. And why would you pop out with this type of outfit on when you know that it's going to stir attention? And is that exactly what you're looking for? Now, in my opinion, as a 40-something-year-old woman, I do think the outfit is inappropriate. Once again, you can wear what you want, but I do think it sets a bad example for the type of things that she talks about and how she speaks. I think it's setting a negative example, especially for someone who is a Christian. I just think it does not represent her in a proper way. You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes people, you know, of course, as an adult, you're going to do what you want to do, but I just think that this just sets her back, in my opinion. I don't think that this represents her in a positive light. If you're a Christian and you're out here trying to set examples for young people when it deals with relationships and how they should move, both women and men, I think this sets her back. I think it shows that she's no different from anybody else who walks out with their body exposed in this way. And I know a lot of people will say, well, it's not that big of a deal, but it is. And I think you're supposed to set yourself apart from the rest, in my opinion. If you are setting good examples for others to follow, then you have to be the example of that. And it doesn't mean that you have to be a prude and you can't have fun and you can't do things. But the way you represent yourself says a lot about who you are and the examples that you set for everybody else. And so, you know, once again, you know, there are many people who have spoken out and said that she's a chameleon, that she does not represent the things that she's talking about, that she is not who she's claiming to be. And this basically kind of sheds some light on it to make you kind of look and say, well, maybe they're correct. Maybe they are right about who she really is, and what she's representing is a false narrative based on who she actually is in real life. And so I think this will make people take a second look. For people who were looking to take her seriously, they might be like, well, damn, you're no different from the rest. How are you trying to give us advice on what we should be doing when it relates to leveling up and becoming this high value woman and all of these things that she presents? But look how you're presenting yourself all of a sudden. Look how you're choosing to put yourself out there. And I think it's important because, listen, she is single from what we gather. Some people say she actually is in a relationship with a woman. I have no clue of that. I'm not sure. So that is speculation, and people are saying that. Some people, put it out there. Corey Holcomb was very adamant about this woman, shooting for the same team. And even Tasha K have spoke on it as well. But, me personally, I don't know her personally, so I don't know her personal business. But if that is the case, but she spoke out adamantly against that. But either way, if you are out here representing yourself or presenting yourself as such a woman for others to esteem to become, this is a setback, in my opinion. This is throwing you back. To me, it's taking any credibility that you have away, in my opinion, or in some way, shape, or form. And I know there are a lot of women who are going to be like, you know what, she looked good, and oh my God, we love it, we love it, we love it. But then there are others who are saying, come on now, as a 40-something-year-old woman who wants to have a husband and want to have a baby and all of these things, what type of men and what type of people are you trying to attract? This is what we talk about, our image and how important it is. And if you are in that leadership position and you are a woman who's trying to aspire young women to follow a certain path that you are presenting, why would you come outside looking like that? Now, she's an attractive woman. Now, she doesn't look bad at all. She looks amazing. But at the same time, just because you look amazing, there are better ways to present yourself, than in this type of light. You can see her whole breast area, her area where her underwear are. It's just exposed, and it just looks very tacky, in my opinion. Now, once again, she's a well-grown woman. She can wear what she wants, but just because you can doesn't mean you should. And you have to think about how this appears to people that are following you, and what young women who aspire to follow the path that you're setting, if this is moving in the right direction or if this is something that they should walk away from. And so once again, she was at a Jeezy event, and this is how she chose to show up. But, for a lot of men watching this, a lot of men already don't believe what she's saying. There are a lot of men who are very skeptical about her message. And so men are already skeptical about women like this who appear to be one way, but then they're actually chameleons and they don't really follow the advice that they're giving others. Men are already skeptical about their behavior and the things that they say. So don't you think that this is going to add on to that? And I know some were like, well, we don't give a damn what men say. Well, of course women don't, but they always are looking for a man. And they're always talking about what men should do and how men should show up and what men should do in relationships and what men should do for women. But they don't, talk about what women should do. And if you she talks about what women should do and how they should show up and high value women. But does this emulate a high value woman? And for many would say no. This just looks like 304 behavior. This just looks like a woman who's trying too hard, who's trying to either impress somebody or do something to make herself stand out, but not in the right ways. So, it is what it is. Once again, you can do what you want to do, but people are definitely going to have an opinion on it and have their thoughts about it. And some could care less. But, in my opinion, if you're out here saying that you are a high value woman and you're leveled up and all of this to me takes you down a notch. And I think men watching this will put you in the category of somebody they can just hit it and quit it. Somebody that they can just, play around with, not somebody that they want to wife up or somebody they want to take seriously, if that's what she's looking for. I don't know. I think it just says a lot about your person. I do. And you can wear a nice dress. You can look really nice. You can look sexy. You can really make yourself look really nice. But there is levels to it, in my opinion. Like, I do think this is a bit tacky. She could have had that same dress like that, but covered up, not showing her panty and bra. You know, like what's the message that you're trying to convey? And once again, you know, she could be like, girl, mind your damn business. And I get it. But once you post something on social media, it's for the public's consumption, and people can have opinions on it, you know, all day. That's what social media is about. And my opinion is, I think it looks very tacky. She's cute. Like, she's not a bad looking woman at all, but yeah, I just think this outfit is tacky. And there are a lot of people who are talking about it. A lot of people are out here saying, you know, there are women saying she look great. And then there's others who saying, girl, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? What is this for? This is not the route you had to take. So once again, is she trying to impress some type of man or whoever? Does she just like the outfit? Whatever reason it is, it does look a bit tacky, I ain't gonna lie. But I think to each his own. You know, at the end of the day, some people are like, they don't give a damn what you think. They're gonna do what they want to do. And that's just what it is. Because they know that they have a core, maybe they have a core following or base that's just going to support whatever they do. And they're not worried about anybody else. They're not worried about what other people have to say or how this is going to contribute or, you know, contribute to their brand or not. They're going to do what they want to do, and they don't care how it looks. They don't care what you think. They're going to do what they want to do regardless. And that's just what it is. And I think that's a problem, you know, especially for women who are looking for certain things, especially for men. You can't have that mentality of, I'm going to do what I want to do, and then a man just needs to fall in line and accept me for who I am and do what I want him to do. That's just crazy. But I think part of the reason why we have these independent boss chicks who move like this, that is part of the reason why a lot of them are single, because they don't really care about what anybody else has to say. And if you want relationships with other people, you have to consider other people. So listen, I'm just ranting. What do you guys think about her outfit? Did you think it was inappropriate for any event? Do you think she's too old to be presenting herself like this? Or do you think she's trying to thirst trap somebody, that she's just trying to put it all out there to say, here I am, look at me, look, you know, take notice? What do you think is happening? Is it a midlife crisis? What do you guys think about her outfit? Do you think the outfit was okay? Did you not see anything wrong with it? I want to know. I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Chime in. I definitely want to hear what you have to say. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
DeeDeesReactions.